Grand Rising. Starting a couple of minutes late, we were talking about when your guides give you signs. Guys, I did a reading and this guy was at a job for 20 years. New boss is giving him hell. And the reading was pretty much like that's your guides telling you it's time to move on. A situation with my mom, she had a sign, and I was like, that is a clear sign to move on. If you're in a situation, and the guy's thing, the biggest thing was fear. He was scared to leave because he's been at that job for 20 years. But he has so much knowledge, 20 years of knowledge, that he can start his own company, which is amazing. So pay attention to the signs when you're being pushed out of somewhere, when you're feeling uncomfortable, when you're like, why is this happening? Maybe it's because your guides are trying to push you out of that situation and say, hey, you're not comfortable here. That's a sign to leave, move, go on, go where you're comfortable. So with that being said, let's close our eyes, get in our space, be thankful and grateful because we reached another Monday, guys. How amazing. Have a deep breath in. Nice, deep, slow breaths as we're calming our body in this space, clearing our minds. Let's release our egos. I invite you all to practice talking to your inner child throughout this week. Outside of this meditation, for those of you that are able to, go through and search your old pictures. Look for photos of you from being a baby, ages that you feel were important to you. And separately, not together, tape those pictures up. So maybe take the picture of when you were 5, picture of when you were 13, picture of you in your 20s. Just pick one out now in your mind's eye. But this is something that our guides would like us to do this week. So just picture yourself in your room or where any part of your house where there's a mirror. Tape a picture up of yourself at a younger age. Just picture yourself doing it right now in your mind's eye. What age are you? You're going to go talk to yourself. And you're going to tell yourself everything that you needed to hear at that age. My guides don't want me to say anything because it's going to be different for each person. Right now, just picture an age. And when you are looking, get very specific about what was going on at that time. Right now, just look at the picture. Look at yourself at that age. I want you to tell that child everything they needed to hear at that age that they did not hear from the grown-ups, from the parents, from their peers. Examples: you're beautiful. You're okay. I know this is hurting right now, but we're going to make it through it. I know maybe your parents are hurting you right now, but try to look at where they came from. Try to see the tools that they had and that they were doing the best they can. The ones that didn't do the best they can, try to see the tools they didn't have and why it was so hard for them. So hard to be a good parent, so hard to be a good spouse. Look back at the other children who hurt you at that age. Tell them you forgive them. Forgive them for hurting you because they were hurting too. Tell that child everything that they need to hear. Give them a hug. Encourage them. Love them. Speak life into them. Dimensions and time are not linear at all. We have the power to go back and tell ourselves everything we needed to hear. This vibration is real. Your 3-year-old self, your baby self, 5, 9, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 48, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Every age of yourself is in every dimension, moving through time. You can go back and tell them the words they need to hear. They will hear you. That 5-year-old self will hear you. They will feel that vibration. That vibration is going to reverberate and come back to hit you at the age you are now. We're going to go back this week. We're going to shift. We're going to adjust. We're going to alchemize. We're going to be time travelers. Look at yourself and the picture you put. What age did you put? They want you to start there. For the first time ever, we've been given homework. Go look for the photos. Go talk to her. Him, them. Speak life. Forgive. Show love to the self. We must start with ourselves. And sit quietly now for the next 3 minutes. Don't judge whatever comes up. Whatever you hear, whatever you see is meant for you to see and feel today. So let's sit quietly and listen to our guides. Slowly bring your awareness back. Go ahead and mute me if you'd like to stay in this space. Deep breaths. Oh my gosh. Started crying. I went back to like my baby self and just didn't realize how much more inner child stuff I had to do. Like I just, bullying and kids. Like I was at the pool just for like a quick second yesterday, and there was this little Indian boy there, and he was by himself with his mom, and he saw Liam, and he was like, Liam. And so Liam played with him for a second, but then I don't remember what happened. He was like doing something else, and then wasn't mean or anything to the boy, but started playing with two other little boys that showed up. And then when we were leaving, I said goodbye to the little boys, the Indian boy's mom, because I did say hi to her when they first talked, and totally forgot that Liam had stopped playing with him. And I'm like, why did he stop? And then where was that little boy playing with? And I don't know why I started crying, because I was like, was he playing by himself the whole time? Like he didn't have any siblings. I just can't stand to see children. Like when I see children that are like lonely or sad or like getting picked on, I don't know, it just like makes my inner child so sad. So like, or when they're lonely, you know what I mean? So I just have, and obviously these are like my emotions and my wounds. Oh, thanks, Jean. So that's why I'm like, what is going on? Like, it just, I'm still crying right now. It's like, and then before we got on, I was crying, thinking about Luna. She was at her cheerleading, and they were all sitting on the stage. And Luna like was sitting by herself on the end. And I saw her like look over and see like all the little girls like sitting together, and she was like separate. So I got up and I sat behind her because the coach was like talking to them. So I got up and I sat behind her because she's in kindergarten. She hasn't started school yet. All these girls have all started school, so they all knew each other. And there was only two other kindergartners, and they're besties. They live next to each other. It's Liam's anyway, they're two besties. They live next to each other. And it just made me sad that she was sitting there. So I was like, as long as she has me, like, and I see her, like, she'll never sit alone. Like, she'll never feel alone. You know what I mean? Because she like looked over and all the girls were sitting together. So, oh, yeah. So there's some shit going on. And I know it's not just specifically for me, because I'm like, what is this? Like all these emotions coming up. So, I'm trying to read these comments. Oh, we are healing. Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's what we're here for. And that's why I love this group. So take your pictures this week, and I'm going to put it in the group message too. But go back if you can, get pictures of yourself this week from different ages. And throughout the week, like maybe before bed, tape that picture up to your mirror and then speak to them. You know what I mean? Like say the things that they needed to hear, go to specific situations, and we're going to alchemize some of these things, because I'm like, oh, clearing the planet, so much sadness. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like I didn't even know like why I started just thinking about Luna, and it made me cry. And then like at the end of that meditation, like just a lot of stuff that's like emotions coming out. So, and I love to cry. I'm a crier. I have no problem crying. So, yeah, a lot of emotions, guys. Um, 3 photos of myself as a kid, child, baby, out for a week and a half, greeting them and loving them daily. Oh, wow, Christina. That's crazy. So see, that's why I said this isn't just for me. My guides were very clear on doing that today, and then telling everybody in this group to do that. And look, you're already doing that. Yeah, Jean, you and I are like peas in a pod. Me, you, and like Tammy Griffiths, Melinda. I just crack up. It's some of us older ladies like who are just, sitting in this space of like, I don't give a fuckness. So I just love it. But anyway, childhood pictures, tape them up, and then let's message, you know what I mean, throughout the week if anything comes up. So say hello, I'll cry. Yeah. I can't watch those Sarah McLachlan puppy videos. I hate it. In the arms of an angel. And they show all those puppy videos. I'm like, stop it. I can't even go into pet stores. Did you see that story I posted? I don't go to shelters or pet stores. I can't. My heart literally cannot take it. And we went to the pet store to get fish food, and I started crying. Of course, there was an animal shelter there. Of course, they had cats they were giving up for adoption and dogs. And I was like, this is why I can't come to pet stores or shelters. I cannot take it. I just want them all. So, anyway, love you guys. Give yourselves a huge hug and credit for fucking Monday. Yeah, I can't watch any of those. ASPCA, any of those. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for holding space for me. Thank you for holding space for each other. Yeah, I just love you guys. Sadness is the root of anger. Yeah, and that's why I said it's more like this empathy that I'm feeling, not sad. And that's why I was like, and my guides were like, oh, I'm definitely going to be doing something with bullying. I know it. My path is going to lead me to advocate for children and to squash it, because it's definitely going to be one of my new, they already said it. So I was like, all right, and not, it's going to build up to it, but yeah, I'm going to be on a mission to just squash bullying and shake the shit out of the parents of the bullies. That's where we need to start. Hey guys, let's talk about your kid. Let's heal some of this so that we can heal some of that. And then we can heal all of this. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. So tomorrow, Taco Tuesday, I might show up on the live on the thing with the let's talk about your inner child. Yeah. Literally call the parents over. Like, let's talk. Let's talk. But I've said goodbye like 12 times already. This is really goodbye. I love or farewell until tomorrow. I love you all until
Love you.
tomorrow. Unless wait, Caroline, I didn't even give her to Caroline. Did you want to say something?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The only thing I can say is that when you said go back, it was actually a picture of a time that I was actually confident in myself. But now, when we sat in silence, I know why I was shown that, because I was always told, oh, you look older than you are. And then I think that seeps into your head of like, oh, I should be acting older because I've been told I look older than I am. I was about 11 or 12 and they said I looked about 18. So, yeah,
What?
yeah,
There's no way you looked it. Yeah. I
yeah,
went to, I was flashing between age 3 and 12. It just kept going back between 3 and 12. So I'm like, huh. So I don't know which one to start with. I think I'll start with the 3-year-old since it's like the younger, and then work my way up.
yeah,
So yeah, that's interesting. I was told that too. I
yeah,
didn't say I was the 18, but they were like, oh, you know what? I can see that because when I was about 13, I did look a lot older too. And my bangs
yeah,
were up to here. That was when
yeah.
the bangs up to
It was
here.
just I had sunglasses on, so anyone can look older when they have sunglasses on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's where it is. It's from then it seeped into my head of like, oh, I look older, so I should act older. I keep being told this. So then you have that mindset of, okay, well, I need to grow up more quicker. And yeah. And I was the oldest child as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's what I was like, it's gonna be very, very awesome to see all of the things that come up this week. I think this week's
Yeah,
gonna be an emotional, cathartic, kick
yeah.
ass, powerful fucking week. I mean, I'm already crying. It's day one. I'm like, oh God. You
But
know what I
also
mean?
thank you to the person that said that you're saying loving things every single day to that picture, because
Yeah.
that's really helpful as well. I love you.
I
You're
love you.
great.
You're great.
Yeah,
You're so
yeah,
awesome. Like, oh my God,
yeah,
you're such a good kid.
yeah,
Scream, yell. And that's why too, like Luna really does, it makes me so emotional seeing my kids and what, and supporting them the way that I was not supported. Like not even a little bit, not even at all. Like we'll be out someplace and Luna's like, bah! And she like busts out laughing so loud. And Todd's like, Luna, I'm like, she's just laughing. That's how I laugh. I'm like, she's just laughing out loud. Like, what are you yelling at her for? You know what I mean? Like, You're literally telling her, don't laugh. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So yeah, this week's gonna be it's gonna be rough, guys. We're gonna be, you see Jean, look, you see Jean's that little flower, but that's a flower. You see all the weeds that are in our rocks like that? That's us. And we got weeds in between those cracks. They want us to go down and pull out those weeds. And we got to do it very carefully because look at them rocks. It is not going to be easy. It is, those weeds are wedged between some shit. So we got to go in and pick it out real slow. So that's what we'll do. Thank you guys again, because I just love you all. I just love this space. I just love it. I don't know what I'd do without it. So I'll see you all tomorrow and go talk to that kid. Yeah. I love you guys. See you mañana.